I'm going to show you how to do some science and art mixed together. I'm going to make an oxidized stain. It's a chemical reaction between two items. One is white vinegar and two is this 0000 extra fine steel wool. I like to shop local, so I get my stuff at Canadian Tire here in Ontario. But if you can't find it or you don't have a Canadian Tire near you, there's some affiliate links for Amazon. You can get this stuff on Amazon too. Really cheap. So all I do is I take a jar, and this is a spaghetti jar. You can use a mason jar, but let's save some money today. So I'm gonna take a steel wool. I'm gonna take some scissors, take the lid off this clean jar, and I'm just going to cut it and put it in the jar. So easy, so easy. And there you go, and then you fill the jar. I took one piece of steel wool for this size of jar. If you have a smaller mason jar, like if you have something smaller than this, you might want to use like a quarter of it. It's so cheap. So you just fill it. You leave it sit. I used to leave it sit overnight and it would go kind of rusty. The chemical reaction for the steel wool, it heats up with the vinegar, so it goes kind of rusty. So I like to take mine out after an hour. I just let it sit for an hour, and I do not put the lid on. Do not put the lid on, because right now the chemical reaction is heating up the steel wool. It heats it up. And this glass jar could explode. So you do not want the lid on and letting it heat up. So just safety first, and you leave it for an hour. I take a fork and I stick it in there, and I throw the steel wool directly in the garbage, and it's good to go. When it's like this, it'll be clear. When you're painting your wood, it'll look like you're not doing anything. It'll be just clear. And you're thinking, well, that Sandy's a quack. Like, what the heck? It's not doing anything, but it does. When it dries, it has this beautiful color. It reacts with the tannins in the wood, and it has this beautiful barnboard effect. Never quite sure what you're gonna get.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Sometimes they're reddish, sometimes they're bluish, sometimes they're gray. And like I said, you could also get a rusty color, but I didn't really like that rusty color. My old one, if you look at my old one, you can see there's a lot of color in it. That's because I just pour it in a bowl and then I pour it right back in. And it's just from the tannins in the wood and dirty paint brushes. But you know what? Done is better than perfect. I just go with the flow and have no worries and get her done.
2 days later.
So usually I like to leave it for a couple of hours, and I forgot and I left it in the jar for 2 days and then took it out. This is usually free and clear. It's a little bit cloudy because I left the steel wool in it for 2 days. That's okay. I'm going to use it. So this is a piece of cedar. And I noticed it was a different color, and it reacts to the tannins in the wood. So I kind of figured they would look very different. And then this is a piece of pine, and I wanted to see what it looked like with pine. And then here's some other pieces of white cedar. And you can see where the sapwood is and how it reacted with the different tannins. And then this side, you can see the rusty brown colors in it. And this side, you can almost see the bluish gray. You never quite know what you're gonna get. I really like this one. You can really see the bluish gray, and then the rust colors here, the sapwood. And then this one is a lot of browns in it. So you never quite know what you're gonna get. This one's really pretty too. the middle part, the heart wood turned grayish blue, and then the outsides and this side is more of a rusty color. And this one, I took this one was outside, so this was natural, and I thought I'd give this side a go, see what happens, see what it looks like, see if it matches up with the others. And it's just so economical and it's so cheap to make. I hope you give it a try. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. That always helps me grow my business. And love you, bye.